Hey you guys, it's Brit tonight. We're here to talk about the two mean girls that were at the baseball game bullying another girl who was minding her business, and they have come back and doubled down. There's a little gaslighting, there's a little manipulation, and there's a whole lot of just high school mean girl behavior on full display. But we're going to talk all about it. I'm going to also share a little bit of my own experience, obviously my own thoughts. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I'm going to edit this video a little differently. Instead of doing a reaction, I'm going to insert little snippets throughout, kind of like spliced through my commentary. Tell me if you guys like this style of video. It's a little different than what I usually would do, but I figured we could try something a little different just for shits and giggles. And if you guys like it, cool. If not, that's cool too. Sound off down below. But let me give a big disclaimer in this video that I hate mean girls. And during my time on YouTube, of course, I've been labeled as a mean girl. I've been labeled as a bully simply for giving commentary on things that are happening on the internet, which is very public, and it's very normal to deliver commentary. This is not a niche or anything really super spectacular special. I'm just somebody that has a lot of opinions, and y'all know the gig. I have dealt with my fair share of bullies, dating all the way back to middle school, on into high school, during my adult time, during my adult life as well, all the way up until current day, because as most of us know, YouTube is full of bullies and people who like to attack others for the way that they look, the way they dress, the way they sound, the words that they use, anything that somebody can pick apart that has nothing to do with your actions, they will pick it apart, and you can be dragged for anything from the the pitch or the tone that you use when you speak, to the way that your eyes look. How far are your eyes apart? What's your body weight? What's your what do your feet look like? Everything, A to Z. So I am well seasoned on how bullies operate. And I love when they're called out on their mean girl or mean boy behavior, and they decide to double down and say that they didn't do what we all saw them do. So either way, let me lay the lay the scene out for you guys. So on April 19th, just a few days ago, there was a Houston Astros game, and essentially a video from a creator named Jackie. Her screen name is Jackie LaBonita, and I will put her at and also link her down below. She decided to attend this Houston Astros game. So she was sitting in her seat, and as a lot of people do, she was having somebody take photos of her. Now, the person that's been that was behind the camera has been called her husband. It's been called her boyfriend. I don't really care who the person was that was with her taking the photos. Don't care about titles around here, but it was somebody who was taking photos at her, under her direction. She wanted some photos, so they were taking some photos. And you can look 2 rows behind her in the video. So the 2 girls that were later identified are Liz and Alondra. And Liz and Alondra, especially Liz, decided that she was going to start yelling things like lame and flip the camera off and make all kinds of mocking faces and laugh and giggle. And she was making fun of Jackie for taking photos at this baseball game. As if yelling lame and pointing and laughing and giggling wasn't enough, Liz also started to record the situation.
Watch my confidence disappear after these random girls make fun of me for taking pics. Okay, feeling my Spice vibes. Was this necessary?
Thank you.
Criminally offensive side-eye starts recording me. her bestie ig. I can literally hear the whole convo.
As they were recording, making a mockery of this entire situation, you can see other patrons, like this guy, ended up looking over because, let's be honest, even if you're at a sporting event, which I've attended my fair share of baseball and football games, there's noise. It's certainly not a quiet environment, but if you're behaving like an adolescent idiot, then you're definitely going to catch the attention of the people that you're sitting around. And that's exactly what they did by kind of creating this scene that they were wanting to make fun of Jackie simply for taking photos.
Realizing they are talking about me, feeling super self-conscious. I wanted to cry.
Now, after Jackie posted her video and kind of delivered her commentary on how she was feeling and the kind of drop in confidence that she went through and all of that, Liz and Alondra, which I'm just going to refer to them as the mean girls going forward, they decided to come out with their side of the story yesterday. And their side of the story was delivered in two parts. They said a whole lot, but they didn't say a whole lot at the same time. So Liz basically kicked off the video by explaining that they're students and they have real jobs, and that's why there was this delay in them responding to everything that was being discussed, especially on TikTok. It's obviously on other platforms as well, but on TikTok, like, people were very, very upset, understandably so. And the girls, were just so busy with their lives and their jobs that they couldn't take 5 minutes to deliver a video and explain their side of things. But nevertheless, here we are.
Hi guys, this is Liz, this is Alondra, and we're here to tell you our side of the story. Sorry it took us a little bit of time to get back to y'all. We are college students with jobs and a life, and we just didn't have time for the media. And honestly,
Liz also decided to say very early on that there are false accusations being put against both of them.
The false accusations that have been coming our way. Hey guys, just before we start this video, I did just want to clarify that there is nothing else out there coming from us. No apology letter. That is not me.
I'm not sure what false accusations she's referring to, but if we're referring to the bullying, that is absolutely what both of them did. And Liz was the main one doing this. She was the one that flipped off the camera. She was the one that said lame. She was the one that was the louder of the two. And you can see that from the video that Jackie put out. So they explained that USC sometimes gives tickets that students can purchase to attend games, and that's exactly why they were there. They were invited to be on the big screen, and they did some kind of dance contest, and Liz wanted to make sure that everybody knew that. I don't really care that she was on the big screen. I don't care if she was there because she bought the tickets from a scalper or from USC or from Google.com. I don't care where the tickets came from. I don't care why she was there, how long she was there, what she did while she was there. But what I am focused on is the fact that she was bullying somebody who was minding their own business. And this is a mess.
So the day of the game, which was Wednesday, April 19th, okay? USC sometimes gives out tickets for us students to buy to go to sporting events. And in this situation, it was the Astros game. And we get assigned our seats and stuff like that. Liz, you want to explain? When we got assigned our seats, before the game started, I got called out to the big screen, and we'll add the clip on there for y'all to see and witness what kind of happened. It was just like, a normal contest of us dancing, participating for a little coupon, nothing too major.
She claimed that an older man was recording them, and she felt very awkward because they had been on the big screen, and she essentially, I guess, kind of felt insecure and, kind of had her guard up because of that. That's what I took away from the video.
And when I came back from my seat to sit down, this older man came and sat in front of us and started to record us.
So obviously an older man recording us at that point made us feel very uncomfortable, keeping in mind we had just been on the big screen.
Something I do want to point out is people are saying, oh, if you so felt uncomfortable, then why didn't you move? We didn't move because we were actually sitting on our assigned seats, the ones that we paid for. Where were we going to go?
But they didn't move seats because the seats were assigned, and she shows, you know, their ticket and all of that kind of stuff. This is all just fluff, in my opinion. She did go on to say that people were bothered by the flicking off situation.
As far as the flicking off goes, because I know a lot of people have been really bothered at that, saying that that was the whole bullying situation. The flicking off was not aimed towards her. I just want to specify. The flicking off was aimed towards the camera, because her husband had been recording for over maybe 5 to 10 minutes, which continued to make us uncomfortable.
Now, when I think of being bothered, yeah, sure, people are sometimes bothered by really trivial things. I've been bothered by trivial things in my own life. That's just part of being a human, human being. That's just part of it. When somebody is calling out bullying and bad behavior, that's not people just being bothered. That is people standing up for somebody who was treated unfairly, and all of social media saw it. But she claims that the flicking off was not aimed at Jackie, but it was aimed at the guy that was recording them for 5 to 10 minutes, and it made them feel really uncomfortable. Now, I don't want to discount the fact that being filmed by a stranger would be very uncomfortable. But at the same time, that's when you get staff involved. That's when you go to security. If you feel like you are being targeted and somebody is filming you without consent, or giving you a creepy vibe, or saying things that are inappropriate to you and you're at a game, they have security, they have police officers, they have staff that work there and can help you through this. You don't just start filming them because you got a weird vibe. Like, the whole thing just doesn't make any sense to me. Liz did acknowledge that her behavior was inappropriate, but then she said that any woman would have done the same thing.
So yes, I do acknowledge that my behavior was inappropriate, but keep in mind, any woman, any young lady at a public area would feel harassed, especially because this older man was recording us. And it wasn't just 1, 2, 3, it was 5, 10, 15 minutes.
I disagree. I think that a lot of people in that situation would have gone to security, gone to a staff person and said, this individual is making me feel very uncomfortable, and I need your help fixing this situation because I feel unsafe in my seat where I am right now because of this individual, and this is what they're doing. Now, Liz tried to claim that she whispered, "We're going to be in her video," in Alondra's ear when you can see them talking to each other. I don't know, because they're both taking up for each other in this situation, and I wasn't there. But at the end of the day, the whispering is like 10% of this entire situation.
I also want to explain my part. It's clear that the whole time that she was doing her own reactions towards the camera, I did not know what was going on with that. The second I found out about this video being uploaded, that's when I saw what she was doing. So I had no part in that, okay? And then the second as to what she whispered in my ear, which was, look, we're going to be in her video, I went ahead and did my funny face, which is called photobombing, which is not bullying, and it's not something illegal either for me to get this reaction.
It's the blatant bullying that they were both doing that people are focused on. This is where Alondra decided to say that she was photobombing, and that's why she decided to do her, quote, funny face. And nothing about this was funny. There was no photobomb. When you photobomb somebody, you throw up a peace sign or, make one funny face. You don't yell lame and flick cameras off and giggle and make fun of somebody who's trying to take a photo. That's not photobombing. It's just discounting what you were actually doing. They also tried to claim that Jackie took 3 days to put out her video and it was all taken out of context, and they basically try to say that Jackie is a marketing genius and decided to edit the video to make them look bad because she is the marketing girl at their school. And that's why it took 3 days, because she was so carefully editing this video.
There was nothing said that we could mess up with her self-esteem. Yes, we had a laugh. So what about photobombing? I bet everyone does it probably on a daily, okay? We never called her ugly. We never called her any. We didn't know what she looked like. We didn't even know she went to our school until we saw the video and we saw her profile. And we were like, oh, she does go to our school. She's actually, in fact, the marketing girl of our school. She has a job at our school where she used her editing skills and marketing skills to her advantage and used it in a very, I would so call it, disgusting way. Because you took the time out of your life to edit a video and make it look like we were bullying you when that was not the case at all.
Because keep in mind, if she was sitting in front of us, we're not able to see your face. We were very uncomfortable at your husband, whoever he was that was recording us for an extensive amount of time, knowing that we had just came back from the big screen where we were motivating the winner, which was another woman. You know, like, we empower women, and we would hate for anyone else to go through what we're going through, because it was a photobomb moment. Anyone has it. It's in the news, the media has it, and if you took it some type of personal way, like,
if we were so-called bullying you and you knew what we were talking about, then why didn't you explain to everyone what we were saying? It's really unfortunate. The impression I'm getting from this is that you literally used your following into advantage to get more out of this video. You knew that we were going to get hate. You knew that you were going to get hyped up. And that made you feel good.
And she knew that she was going to get a lot of attention, and it was all for clicks and views. I completely disagree. I think that, not everybody posts content immediately.
Don't feel like our safety should be put at risk for something that was misinterpreted and put out of context. Because do keep in mind, the game was on the 19th. And it took her 3 days to put it out there for the media to be able to see it. So I'm not justifying her behavior. I'm not justifying ours. But what is happening to us, coming from millions of people, is honestly very scary. And we would like to get some help from anybody as far as knowing what actions to take as far as this goes.
Also, I do want to say that I know that there's going to be people out there that are not going to believe this, but we were not bullying her.
Some people do like to edit their videos. This entire explanation from these girls was nothing but deflection, denying, and discounting what they actually did to Jackie. We all saw it on the video. They also went on to say that they empower women, and this was just a funny photobomb moment. Again, I completely disagree. I think that most of us can identify what a photobomb is and what a funny moment is. We see this all the time on social media. This is not what, people who photobomb are not called bullies, and people who bully are not doing a photobomb. Like, the two just don't coexist, and most of us are calling it for what it is. They also encouraged everybody to be mindful who's in the background of your photos or your videos. Now, this I kind of do agree with. This is probably the only point in their entire spiel that I can agree with. I talk a lot about vlogging and taking photos or videos of people who have not consented to be in your vlog or on your social media pages. I do think that this is something that people should be mindful of. But if Jackie is at a baseball game taking photos and there were empty seats around her, who's to say that she wasn't going to copy or edit other people out? There are many things that people can do in Photoshop and, blur people's faces. Like, we don't know what she was going to end up doing with the content, but I do agree, not everybody wants to be on your Instagram page, so that I will agree with. Now, as the internet does, they ended up finding out where Liz was working, and they left a bunch of bad reviews for her company, and this I disagree with. The girls also claim that they're getting death threats, even though there was not a single receipt shown. I don't know if that's true or not.
We're both getting death threats, people telling us to kill ourselves. Stuff like horrible things. Okay?
Leaking our personal information, our home address. I don't feel like our safety should be put at risk for something that was misinterpreted and put out of context.
It usually seems that when somebody is exposed for being a bad person, they automatically go to, I'm getting death threats. People are, sending me death threats. That's just a thing that people go to. If they have gotten those, I will always disagree with that, no matter what. Don't agree with, people contacting employers and doing all of this kind of stuff. At the same time, I don't think that this video did anything to help their situation. Take some accountability. There was no accountability that was taken in this video, and I don't think that it's going to be well received by many people at all. I did also find it funny that they tried to claim that they were not filming Jackie. My response to that would be, let's see the video. Because if you weren't filming her when your phone was out and you were giggling and making, fun of her, then let's see the video that you actually took. And if Jackie wasn't in it, then we can all say, okay, well, at least they were being truthful about that.
Imagine if she was taking a video of you, okay? Because she was not. You can clearly see that the phone was not pointing towards you. If she really wanted to call you out, trust me, I know her, she would have. She really would have. Also, she was not recording you, okay? You can clearly tell that the phone, the camera, was not going towards you, okay? And if she was, she would have zoomed in, she would have done everything, okay? But she did not.
But again, no accountability, no receipts shown, no, proof of anything, just a big old word salad. But this is something that I am very accustomed to, unfortunately. Get called out, deliver a word salad, deflect, gaslight, deny, discount, and, move on with your day. One of the last things that they touched on in their video was that their reputations are being ruined because of this.
Our livelihoods are at risk. At this point, it's okay if y'all wanted to comment and say that we were bullies. We understand how the video makes us look. It was edited very well to her advantage. But do keep in mind, we have lives, we have jobs, we are college students, I repeat one more time, with futures at stake. And this is ruining our reputation for something that was taken completely out of context.
That man in the video where he looked back at us, he wasn't, how was he going to know that we were bullying her? He only looked back because we were laughing. We laughed loud. So what?
And this is what I will close this video out on. You have to be mindful of who you are every single day of your life. And if you are being a jerk to somebody and you're exposed and the internet comes after you for bullying somebody who is minding their own business, that's the price you pay for being a bully. Like, people don't like others being mistreated. And I would say maybe this should be a lesson to them to think twice about what they're doing every single day. It's not just when you're at your office, when you're at school, when you're at home. It's everyday interactions that you have with people. I've seen it's very interesting how the internet works, because I've seen literal people who own businesses be exposed for being racist or doing something super disgusting, and the video goes viral and they lose their jobs or they have to close their businesses because they were exposed for being vile pieces of trash to one degree or another. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with this. The TikTok that they created is now private, at least as of right now when I'm filming this. I'm not sure if they're going to make it public again, but I don't think that the video did anything for them. And I think that it's just another reminder that literally people do not accept bullying. I know some people call it entertainment and it's funny and, oh, well, they deserve it because whatever. For the most part, adults understand that bullying gets you nowhere and it actually makes you look like an adolescent idiot at the end of the day. And these girls look like mean girls. They did not do anything to help their case. And a lot of people are of the same opinion that this is garbage nonsense, and they were exposed for being mean girls. So here we are. But I wanted to talk about it. Bullying is never okay. I don't care what your cause is. I don't care what your message is. I don't care if you think the person deserves it. There are better ways to have conversations, and especially with this, when you are at a public event and somebody is doing something that you think is corny or cheesy or stupid, you bullying them is not going to do anything to help you. And I think that this situation proves it. So there's going to be my thoughts for now. Have you heard of this situation? I can't wait to hear from you guys. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.